what's up, everyone? On today's episode, you have to hear the latest lame-ass excuse from Ja Morant and his camp on why he shouldn't be suspended. You also get to hear the lame-ass takes from Lebron and Kyrie as they try to get together when they're not going to be able to do it. We also will explain to you why the Jets and the Lakers might be cursed already. And finally, somebody called out a certain lame-ass reporter on ESPN for the constant You'll see in a second. Tune in. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Tricky Guy Sports Podcast. It's your host, Brent Bilski, a.k.a. Double B. All right, tonight is Game 3. I got the Nuggets righting the ship, but we shall see. So in the meantime, in between time, got some other little stories, news of notes I want to bring up today. Have a little fun with it. First of all, have the Lakers and the Jets, Austin Reeves and Aaron Rodgers, have you caused yourself a swift curse?
Devil 666, the mark of the beast.
We shall see. And Ja Morant, you have to, oh my Lord, Ja Morant and his latest camp's excuse. Bro, just take it. Take the L and shut your mouth. Just take the L and shut your mouth. Jesus H. Christ, Ja Morant. This last one, like I said, the dude never got it. He still doesn't get it. He's never going to understand. Yes, I'm going crazy with my sounders right now because you guys drive me crazy.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
So let me just go ahead and kick things off. First of all, I've never done these before on the podcast. I find these interesting as much as I find them frustrating and annoying and grind my gears a little bit, but we shall get into one. These memes of like these hypothetical who will win and stuff can kind of piss me off because to me there seems to be an obvious answer, but of course it's subjective. So to everyone there seems to be an obvious answer.
You know what really grinds my gears? You, America.
So let's go ahead and kick things off with just this. I saw this one the other day. NBA fans, people who like to argue about nonsense like I do, tell me what you think of this meme. This is one of the many you'll find. They'll be like, what if this team played that team? And you get more, as far as like, what if the 96 Bulls played the 2017 Warriors? What if the 87 Lakers had to play the bubble Lakers? These kind of matchups that are all in the ether of the what if, and it's all basically conjecture and argument. But I did like this one because to me there was an obvious answer. So let me go ahead and pop it up here. This was one I saw the other day, and I was like, let me go ahead and see what you guys think about this. YouTube and all that, if you're watching Tricky Guy Sports, make sure to Google and YouTube Tricky Guy Sports, search it, and then leave your comments below. This is one of these, which would win? Which row would win? And so I have all three of them up. There's three different teams of four that you can pick from.
And I read.
So just go ahead and follow along with me. Team 1, row 1, has LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, and Allen Iverson. Not bad as long as, you don't have to worry too much about them trying to practice.
It's not the game. We're talking about practice, man.
All right, I'll leave that alone. So, again, row 1 is LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, and Allen Iverson. Not a bad start. Row 2, Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, the man, Michael Jordan, David Robinson, the Admiral, as Avery Johnson used to famously say. Row 3, Penny Hardaway, Akeem Olajuwon, Kevin Durant, and the Black Mamba himself, Kobe Jellybean Bryant. So one more time, row 1, LeBron, Kareem, Larry, AI. Row 2, Magic, Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, David Robinson. Row 3, Penny Hardaway, Akeem Olajuwon, Kevin Durant, and Kobe Bryant. And the question was placed on top, which of these three teams would win? First of all, if you don't have row 3 immediately out of this contest, I just...
That's dopey talk. That's dopey dum-dum talk.
Penny Hardaway. I mean, look, young Penny in Orlando was cold, but come on, man. This is a group. This is like a goat. This is like 12 goats, and then Penny is just out here chilling with his coulda, woulda, shoulda, maybe, possibly, never won a title, never won an MVP. I love Akeem, and of course, I love me some Kobe Bryant. But, I mean, come on. Of this list here, if you don't immediately get out row 3, you just need to get out my face, because...
I ain't got a good brain.
I don't even want to address that too much other than maybe what Kobe could do. So to me, this really, if you're looking at this objectively, I think it's team 1 versus team 2. LeBron, Kareem, Larry, and Allen versus Magic, Stephen, Michael, and David Robinson. And I still say, I mean, look, these are the reasons they make these is just to cause arguments and cause nonsense. But come on, man, it's row 2. Like, I mean, really? Do I have to pretend like y'all can't see? It's row 2. I mean, give me a freaking break. It's Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, and Magic on the same team. What are they missing? Along with David Robinson. People slept on David Robinson a lot because it was a small market San Antonio. But especially in a, contest like this, David Robinson, of the 3 centers, and I include Akeem Olajuwon in this, Kareem, David, and Akeem, of the 3 centers in this alleged, hypothetical coulda, woulda, shoulda contest here, David is by far, I mean, he's the best athlete. He has the best jump shot, so, I mean, you're able to spread the floor more with him. And pick and roll, there's not even a close second. As much as I love Akeem, he was a post-up guy. You're going to have to go to him in that way. He's not going to be able, so, I mean, a pick and roll offense that is triggered around either Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, or Steph Curry running the pick and roll with David Robinson as the finisher / pop, pick and pop guy. You're dead. Like, what? I mean, yes, does row 1 have an opportunity? Sure.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
But, I mean, I look at this overall, and I just wonder, I'm like, God, what is wrong with people? I mean, this just has to be, and yes, Steph Curry, I love me some Steph Curry. Some of you don't.
Steph Curry.
All right, whatever. F you too. I mean, still, just looking at it from a basketball, we're just making stuff up anyways. From a standpoint of who or could or hood or should or would or blah or why. I mean, I'm just gonna, how can you do anything about Magic or Michael with David Robinson setting the pick and having Steph as the shooter, or letting Steph be the shooter and then he can lob it up to Michael? I mean, it's Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, Magic with David Robinson, the arguably most complete of the talents of the centers. Yes, Akeem ate his lunch in the NBA Finals. Yes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar should arguably be the GOAT. And just in case you're curious, I did also add up all the MVPs because that's really how row 1 gets the best argument. If you want to say that, look, according to everyone in their time, these guys got more most valuable player votes than any of the other teams on this list here. And so that is what, should be a good factor when you consider LeBron's had 4, Kareem had 6. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had 6. How you don't argue more that Kareem was the GOAT before LeBron broke the scoring record, then suddenly Kareem got vaulted up into the GOAT conversation when I used to never hear about him, and that's just your own thing, and that's your own issues. But, I mean, yeah, so LeBron had 4, Kareem had 6, Larry Bird, and people sleep on him because of one reason, and there really is only one reason.
Because I'm white. Because he's white. Because he is
That's
white.
it.
Look at it, man. What you want?
That's it. I mean, if the idea that Larry wasn't a stone cold killer, you just don't really understand. Larry Bird was also famously racist against his own type. Larry Bird would get very pissed off if you put a white boy on him. So even Larry is racist against white people.
It's all right, because it's all right.
It is what it is. And then AI even got himself an MVP. So they had 14 total MVPs there. Second row did have 11. Magic's had 3. Curry's had 2. Jordan's only got 5 to Kareem's 6. Again, you can if you make the GOAT argument, Kareem has as many titles. He has more MVPs. He had the all-time scoring record for a very long time. You want to put that argument in there. I think, to me, that is a little bit better. And a winning finals record, which to me puts a certain somebody out of the running completely, but
It's the only argument I need, Sean!
But overall, one more time, looking at the list here, I don't see how row 3 stands a chance other than Kobe being Kobe. And, I mean, look, Kevin Durant's a great scorer. Akeem, to me, is arguably the best center of all time. And Penny's nice, but I think Penny kind of just throws them off the list here. I mean, even, yes, young Penny, yes, he did beat 45 MJ when MJ had come back early. Are we really gonna go there? It's kind of like the Wizards MJ. Like, are we really gonna do like the whole? Oh yeah, it's pretty much the same thing that MJ was.
Really? Really?
So, I mean, to me, I got row 2 winning this outright. Obviously, we'll never know because it's all hypothetical, but I don't see how you stop that offense. With Allen Iverson in row 1, you would have to at least worry about his off and on jump shooting and Kareem's ability to stay with David Robinson and be able to switch off and pick and rolls. And then LeBron would have to be the LeBron that is actually a killer and a dog, not the turning it off and on that he usually does. Row 3's only hope would be that Kobe somehow is able to get these guys galvanized and really bring them to another level. I still say, everyone out there, before and next I will get to the LeBron and Kyrie thing, are they actually going to be able to get back together? I will answer that question for you, as rumors are abound that Kyrie and LeBron have been publicly trying to kind of make a ploy or a push to either get LeBron to Dallas or Kyrie to LA, blah, blah, blah. I have an answer for you on if and how that could happen in just a little bit. But, before I move on, Kobe Bryant was a different cat, and the thing that you all need to see, there's a documentary on Netflix, and it's called Redeem Team. It's not the Dream Team one. The Dream Team one was fantastic, too. If you ever get a chance to watch the 92 Dream Team and the documentary on that, very, very well done. I believe NBA TV did that one. But Netflix has a great one that's gotten kind of slept on. It's almost Last Dance, Michael Jordan good, where they took we had the Olympics the one year that was led by the king, quote unquote, and they got their ass kicked. They ended up getting bronze, which for us, I mean, might as well be nothing. You know what I mean? Just go away with that. Yeah, let's face it. When we get the bronze medal in the Olympics, just go somewhere else. We ain't got time for that.
Go away, Baton.
But so then they brought in Kobe, the next Olympic run, to kind of lead the team and re-galvanize them and make a statement. And when you see the difference, and that's just one of the only times, if you try to explain the difference between a Michael, a Kobe, a Bird, a Magic, the mental mindset and the killer and the dog that was in them, that just is just lacking in the Kings' just overall ability to just Jimmy Butler is a new one cut from the old cloth. He just misses that killer. And I mean, the ones that see it, and the ones that don't. But with Kobe being on that team, and if you watch this documentary, again, it's called Redeem Team on Netflix, it's so fascinating because Kobe just showed you the difference. And you immediately saw the difference in, like, he was dad and LeBron was kind of mom if you go by traditional family roles. LeBron was nice. Everyone liked him. He was their friends. But Kobe was dad. Like, Kobe came there, and if you didn't do what he was, wanted you to do, he just didn't have time for that. He set the tone all the time. You didn't talk back to Kobe. You didn't even really joke with Kobe. Kobe was just built from a different school, man. He's just built from that school of everything is personal. I'm here to kick ass and take names, and that's it. Am I the nicest guy in the world? Probably not, but I'm also going to be the one that leads you past that embarrassment from 4 years ago, and I'm going to make sure specifically how to set the tone. I'm going to beat the crap out of my own teammates, and that's the clip. There's so many good parts of this documentary. I wanted to show you this real quick. So, again, we had been embarrassed 4 years ago, and they're coming back, and they're playing Spain again. Now, Spain had beat them the last time, and that was obviously embarrassing for us. Now, Pau Gasol had been winning titles with Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles in the NBA, but this wasn't the NBA. This was the Olympics. This was rooting for America. This was USA. There was no Laker ties here. So Kobe Bryant, because he thought about stuff like this and he was just that type of guy, decided, I'm going to make a point. I'm going to make a point to everyone else on this roster that there's no Lakers today, there's no Cavs today, there's no Heat today, there's no NBA today. There's the USA jersey and a bunch of assholes that we're going to have to go ahead and put some work in. And his own teammate, the guy that's really considered one of his only friends in Pau Gasol, he said, I'm going to make a point, and oh my God, did he. So this is fantastic. You really do need to go see this. But to once again set the stage, it's Kobe. This is not the Lakers. This is not my teammate. This is not my friend. This is some guy from Spain, and I'm going to prove a point. And it set the tone for everyone else on the team. This was absolutely fantastic, and you do need to go watch this thing. Check this out. Okay, so one more time. So again, I kind of got ahead of myself. So he even tells his teammates, I'm going to, first play of the game, I'm going to hit the crap out of Pau Gasol. I'm going to run through his chest. And so here we go.
Man, you tripping. Man, that's your teammate. You tripping. You ain't about to do that.
He said, first play of the game, I know what they're going to run, and he knew Pau's going to be the last screen. And he said, I'm running through that motherfucker.
I swear the first play of the game.
Boink.
We was like, holy shit.
He just went right to the middle of my chest, tried to get right through me to send a message. To not just to me, but to his teammates. Say, hey, this might be my brother. I play with him, we're close, but I don't care about anything else but winning.
I'm right there in front of the mids like,
Excuse me.
yo.
Yeah. Yo, that's cool. He just didn't do he quit school because of recess. Like he didn't have time to play with you guys. He wasn't out there to be your buddy. He was out there. He didn't give a damn that was Pau Gasol. He didn't give a damn that that's like his brother and his teammate. Not today. Not today. It says USA on the jersey. I don't see Los Angeles Lakers. I'm not wearing purple. I'm not wearing gold. I see a Spanish 6'11" little bitch that I'm gonna have to run through to show you guys, we'll be friends when we get back. But today, ain't the time for that. Ain't the time for it. I got to see the run through one more time is just so, yeah. One more time. Check this out. Just
play with him.
We're close.
But
where's the actual running through the screen?
Else, but to send a message.
Let me get to it. Let me get to it.
Shit.
I got to watch this one more time. I'll turn down the dramatic music. I'm having editing issues right now, but that's all right.
Right to the middle of my chest. Try to get right through me to send a message.
I got to see this again. I just have to.
His teammates say, hey, this might be my brother. I play with him. We're close. But I don't care about anything else but winning.
Here it is.
Right there in front
Look
of
at
the
this
mids
dude.
like,
Yo. It's Kobe, man. It's Kobe Bryant. R.I.P. So when I see crap like this on the other direction, I just, your king, your guy, is he going to be able to get to, Dallas or Kyrie to Los Angeles? The short answer is no. All right, this is just narcissistic, petulant behavior, but in case you missed this headline, it's been bouncing around for a little bit. LeBron James and Kyrie Irving are doing their best to make the NBA Finals time about them, even though Kyrie didn't even make the playoffs and LeBron got his ass swept. They still have to bring attention to themselves because they're narcissistic, petulant children, and they just get on my rabbit-ass nerve. But they have been making and leaking little reports that they are trying to, either Kyrie is trying to lure LeBron via trade to Dallas, or that somehow Kyrie is going to be able to sign in Los Angeles. And why don't we just ask for, I don't know, a time machine and go get Wilt Chamberlain? Why don't we just go ahead and see if we can, get some sort of clone machine and get Michael Jordan at 23 years old? If we're just going to make stuff up, let's just do that. There's literally no way this can happen. And this is just their behavior that it sucks, man. It's annoying. It gets on my nerves. I get tired of it. And just in general, I find both of them exhausting in their behavior, in their just overall inability to just not be able to it's got to be about me. Spotlight's got to be about me. I definitely like some attention, but even I can be like, I need my time. All these reports are nonsense. They're silly. Basically, even though Kyrie is an impending free agent, the Lakers do not have nearly enough money, and that was what they were saying with these leaked reports, is that possibly, that Kyrie's trying to let LA know, if you try to come get me, because LeBron is trying to play general manager one more time. If you try to come get me, I am not taking a pay cut. I want the money that I think I deserve. Money, 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 money. And fair enough, but the Lakers do not have the money or the ability, even if they just stripped their entire roster and it was only things left were LeBron, AD, and Austin Reeves, they would still not have the money necessary to give him the long-term contract with the max extension and the things that he's looking for. So go ahead and throw that one out of the gate. And the idea that the Lakers would even consider trading LeBron is just dumb enough. But the Dallas Mavericks, the cupboard's already bare, Kyrie, because, I don't know, they just traded for you, stupid. They don't have the necessary pieces to make anything. Like, let's say the Lakers did get dumb enough to say, we're going to go ahead and trade LeBron James and ruin any chance of us to sell out next year, to have, you know what I mean? Just let's just say they go nuts. They go crazy. They are completely devoid of players or picks, and there is no path for a sign and trade, especially with the new collective bargaining agreement, which kicks in next year. There is literally no way this can happen. I just want to go ahead and make this very clear. LeBron will not be a Maverick. Kyrie will not be a Laker. I really don't see any way. Maybe Kyrie Laker, but it would involve pay cuts. It would involve a lot of things. Dallas, from everything we're being reported and told, is not only going to re-sign Kyrie Irving, they are going to possibly trade the number 10 pick overall, which will be a very interesting thing to see if they trade the number 10 pick and try to help Luka and Kyrie build something there. But I don't think either general manager or owner is going to want to play ball in any sort of movement that helps Kyrie and LeBron and their silly little guy love, because they have both said they would like to play with each other, which is kind of annoying when you consider the fact that Kyrie, you had LeBron, you were in Cleveland, you just won a title, and you at the time wanted to be a baby about whatever, not thinking you got the love or the attention. You're the one who left and went to Boston and screwed that up. You're the one that left and went to Brooklyn and screwed that up. You're the one that went to Dallas and took them from a playoff team to a non-even play-in team because you and Luka could not coexist so poorly together.
Damn, Daniel.
It's cute. It's guy love. It's sweet, that they still, Hollywood loves a remake. LA would love to see it, and they would love to see it because they're, they love their time. They love their time together. They want to try to remake Point Break or, whatever other movie that you loved that got Hollywood ruined with a remake. It's not going to happen. It's sweet. It's sweet. You guys still miss each other, but it is not happening. Enjoy your mediocre teams and cry. It's not going to happen. It's just what it is. LeBron also continues to be a petulant child on social media. I already showed you the one from a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but like a week. Feels like a long time ago when he put this crap up. Where is it? This Instagram post. Which, give me a break. I'm supposed to be number one on everyone's list. We'll see what happens when I no longer exist. Quoting Jay-Z, hinting at a BS retirement that none of us are actually buying. Now he's watching old high school tapes and putting those online, which I don't know.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yes, MJ didn't have social media. Kobe did post a little, but I don't remember seeing any of the legends. I don't remember seeing this, man. Like, this dude is just his own level of just insecure and weird. Uncle Ricoing old high school clips saying they were hating on him. What is he doing? What is this dude doing? All right, so let me just show you this real quick, and I'll tell you what Josh said, because that was also fascinating. Then I'll get to why the Lakers and Jets are cursed. Aaron Rodgers, beware. But, yeah, this was just, I don't know. I don't know what LeBron is bored and he wants attention is kind of what's going on. So now he wants to, I'm going to retire. I might go to Dallas. Here's me on Instagram. I no longer will exist one day. What are you going to do about that? And now he's putting up old high school clips. Here you go.
3-3, out front, couple moves.
Man, what?
They trail by 5, 31-26. Got to be careful. Yeah, a little hop skip. And puts it in for 2. Sometimes you don't have to put the ball.
He's got a quote underneath, too, on because he was mad about one from the first one when they called it travel, but it says they've been hating from the jump. It's insane. Dude, I am so, oh my God, with people in there. It's all you're a hater. It's all that, it's hate this, it's hate that. It's because you hate.
I hate.
there's just no accountability for maybe you're just annoying. Maybe you're kind of an asswipe. Maybe you're kind of a douchebag. Maybe you're just people are tired of your petulance. I mean, Jesus Christ, you're still bringing up travels from high school. That was like, 30 years ago or 20, whatever it was.
Douchebag says what?
What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm going to move on. What the hell is John Morant doing?
Here we go again.
Jesus H. Christ. Okay, so the newest thing. John Morant is facing suspension. Matter of fact, Adam Silver has gone ahead and said right after the finals he wants to wait for the NBA Finals to play out because we do have a great NBA Finals that I will once again discuss once the game goes through and I get to react to that one again. We'll find out if Denver does what I think they're going to do, which is right the ship and all that. But in case you've been missing the latest reports on John Morant and his nonsense, Adam Silver has said in a press conference before the finals, we're going to wait for all this to be over, and then I'm going to lay down the hammer. And a lot of people, Wojnarowski guessed 17 games. Other people have heard 30 games. He's going to be suspended significantly because he didn't do it once. He did it twice where he flashed a gun on a video and on an Instagram live. First time he snitched on himself, which, chef's kiss to, it's one thing to, be stupid. It's one thing to snitch on yourself via Instagram Live. But the second one, at least, when he was riding along with his buddies and the gun got flashed, was his buddy's Instagram Live, which, still very smart thing to do.
I ain't got a good brain.
That was a double time there. Just like John Morant's double time with the guns. But the latest report, in case you missed it all, is that John Morant and his camp apparently are saying that it was a toy gun. That was a toy gun. That is the latest nonsense that I have heard from that camp, and it's again, it's sure. I'm sure that's everyone's just hating on Ja. It's all against him. Show pictures of people in the NBA and other players hunting, especially ones that are possibly of another skin tone, and say that it's all hate, it's all unfair, it's not his fault, it wasn't him.
It wasn't me.
It's do what you got to do. Do what you got to do to say that he doesn't deserve every inch of this suspension. But yes, according to Claudia Jordan, she reported that those close to him have said, quote, "My sources say that the relative in the back of the car seat had a toy gun in the car, a toy gun, and that the gun is not real, and that he was playing around with it, or she, whoever was in the back seat, and then passed it to Ja. That was what was caught on live Instagram, and he had it in his hand. That was the video that Adam Silver saw, and they have it. The Morant camp says they have the toy gun in question in their possession, and they said the toy gun looks extremely fake. It's obviously a toy gun, but according to my source, allegedly Adam Silver is still going to go through with the suspension, looking like it should be about 30 games, even though they know it's a toy gun." All right, are we you want to do it again?
Here we go again.
Let's do it again. No. Let's do it again.
Here we go again.
Let's go back to this goddamn video and see if this looks clearly like a toy gun to you. I'll ignore the first one at Shotgun Willie's. He already said that was a gun, but that, of course, that one wasn't his. That one just wasn't his. That was what that was. That was just...
It wasn't me.
Whatever. So this time, he had a gun in his hand. He'll admit that, but this time it's a toy gun, according to him. So the video is out there, and I got it. So let's go ahead and see him and his boy dancing in the car. And it's right about to come up here. Blicky, blicky symbol from his friend. And wah. All right, let's go back and check this out. Let's zoom in if we can a little bit there. But, that's clearly a toy gun. That's clearly a toy gun. After, all the, look at us, we're flexing on Instagram, the song was not the song that I played for copyright issues, but it wasn't like, we play with our toys and we're just boys. It was all about, I'm going to, typical new age stuff. But, let's just look at, this is the best still shot we can get right now, but is that clearly a toy gun? Because that's their excuse. And now they have some toy gun in possession that I guess they want to present to Adam Silver as evidence that this one isn't. But is that, you can see it. If you need to go to our YouTube page, Tricky Guy Sports, I'm showing you the still picture of this. Is that it, in your opinion, Do I have to say allegedly? Because technically no laws have been broken here. But I mean, is that, does that look like a toy? Looks pretty full of it to me. It looks like, once again, he got caught being stupid because John Morant is stupid. And John Morant is not learning his lessons. And John Morant does not seem to understand the significance of what was going on. I tried to tell you this from the beginning. The second I heard him talk, I was like, oh, boy, this dude ain't getting it, man. This dude, he just doesn't understand the severity of what's going on.
Just don't get it, do you?
And I was on this before the first gun issue than the second gun issue. I was on this when he's beating up 17-year-olds. I was on this when I find out he's going to finish lines to go ahead and stick up for mama. I was on this when he was at high school trying to fight with his, people in the crowd over his sister because apparently his family's got him on speed dial to come bring him and his entourage to start fights, in our honor.
No kind of Sanders, you're wrong. Mom is right.
This is back to the Pacers staff saying after an altercation, dude, we had red dots on our window, and I don't think those were toy guns either. I'm pretty sure those were real as well. This dude has been showing you issue after issue after issue. But I heard him speak, and I was just like, this dude ain't getting it, man. And I tried to tell you he wasn't getting it. I got like 5 or 6 other episodes where I discussed why he wasn't getting it. I tried to warn you. The 3 things you hear a lot from people that haven't learned their lesson yet are excuses like it wasn't my fault, that you got to understand, or at least, I haven't been arrested, and it's not fair. And then look at this guy, and look at this one over here. But the idea, you got to understand I was sticking up for my family. You got to understand the 17-year-old was pushing me. You got to understand, the gun wasn't mine. You got to understand it was a toy gun. You got to... And then he went on, Jalen Rose gave him an ass-kissing interview, which I thought he did not that great of a job at, if you want to get my full opinion, because it was just too much ass-kissing and allowing him to kind of try to spin his own narrative. But when I heard this, I tried to tell you, the dude ain't got it yet.
You at the spot, Shotgun Willie's. I've been there. You were holding a gun. And we both know how dangerous that can be. Whose gun were you holding?
Well, the gun wasn't mine. It's not who I am. I don't condone any type of violence, but I take full responsibility for my actions. Made a bad mistake, and I can see the image that I painted over myself with my recent mistakes. But in the future, I'm gonna show everybody who John really is, what I'm about, and change this narrative.
He most certainly did show what he was about, because he did it again, but this time, of course, it wasn't a real gun; it was a toy gun. Dude, I'm too grown for this, man.
I'm a grown-ass man, dog.
I'm too grown for this. I just don't even want to really get more into it other than what I just told you. I mean, and here's the last thing I'll say on this. If it was a toy gun, let's say I'm John Morant and I've actually got my life together, which I haven't, but let's hypothetically go ahead and go there. Let's say I, finally understand the severity of, the last time when I got some issues from showing a gun, it wasn't just that I showed the gun. It was, again, like 6 incidents before that. It was the fact that I got in a fight with a 17-year-old. It was the fact that I started an altercation at a mall. It was the fact that me and my boys were flashing red dots on the Pacers window and got my guy kicked out of that stadium for a year. It's the fact that, apparently I will fight for my sister's behalf at basketball games. It's the fact that I'm consistently having issues with maturity, and even, Steven Adams, my own player and teammate, was the day before I got caught at Shotgun Willie's at 5 a.m. with my own gun on Instagram, saying then later it wasn't mine, asking for the leaders to be stronger leaders. After all of that, for him to still not grasp the concept, if I had, after everything that happened, knowing I was in trouble and I'm on the right path, I'm doing all the right things, and I had flashed a toy gun, it would not take me a month later to tell you, oh, it was just a toy gun. You know how long that would take? Take me 5 freaking seconds. I wouldn't even, a matter of fact, if you had flashed it to me and I was holding a toy gun and you turned the camera away, I would be the first one to go, no, come back. Look, no, guys, toy gun. Hey, hold on. No. Do not get me in trouble, guys over here. I know I got caught with a real gun the first time, but, that one wasn't mine. That one wasn't me. That was, not my fault.
It wasn't me.
But the second time, now that you've seen me again on Instagram with a gun, I don't want y'all to think it looks like I would go out of my way. If you had half a brain, if that was the situation, it would have taken me all of 0.5 seconds to go, no, bring that camera back. I would have you zoom in on the gun. I'd be like, look, guys, clearly a toy. It's obviously a fake. Please, please, please do not, we're just joking around in the car. We're just having fun. We're not like that. We don't condone violence. We don't condone the thug behavior. We don't condone all the other nonsense. It's just a toy. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Can't wait for next season. That would have been your response if I believe, in my own opinion, it really was a toy. But it wasn't a toy, was it? No, you haven't learned your lesson. You got caught again, and now you're going to face some big boy punishment, and your ass deserves it. You are, to me, the same people I had to sit next to in a circle who would bitch and moan about, like, well, on my third or fourth DUI that got my license suspended, it really wasn't fair because, I was actually parked at the time, or, I was only, 3 minutes away from my house, or I was only blew a .09. Ignore the fact that they had already had multiple DUIs, and that really wasn't. It usually is in a lot of situations. You usually, when the hammer finally comes down, it's not usually the biggest, dumbest mistake you made. You usually get away with a lot of them before the universe finally hits you with something. It's very rare that it's the strongest, you deserved it the most situation where you actually get your punishment. It usually is you just play with enough fire, eventually the small one's going to burn you. And but again, I don't believe it's a toy. I think if it was a toy, you would have gone out of your way immediately to make a point that it was a toy. I think you came up after about, a couple weeks or a few weeks, however long it's been, to come up with an excuse. The best you and your camp come up with weeks later was that it's a toy because you still haven't learned your lesson and you're just overall kind of an idiot. And good luck with your sponsorships with Gatorade or Powerade, and Nike in the future, along with you trying to lead the Grizzlies to a title if you're going to be out half the season, which is probably what it sounds like. Last thing on it, Commissioner Silver did say in assessing what discipline is appropriate, we look at both the history of prior acts, we look at the individual player's history as well, and the seriousness, of course, of the conduct, and all those things get factored. When we're not on 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 incidents, and then you come up with a lame-ass excuse that it's a toy, keep it up, though. Do what you want, man.
Whatever. I do what I want.
I'm just a hater, I'm bring up, whatever. Bring up my privilege. Bring up race. Bring up I don't know what it's like for where you come from, even though you really didn't come from that. Bring, whatever you got to do to tell yourself that's not your fault because, yeah, that's just where your enablers are taking you. And just keep it real, man. Keep it real.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Oh, I want to do a fun story real quick. Anyone out there believe in curses? Does anyone believe in sports curses? Because there's a lot of them out there. The Jets, Aaron Rodgers, and Los Angeles Lakers, and Austin Reeves. Be very careful. I don't know how much I honestly believe in curses. I do find some of the stories fascinating. If y'all do, anyone out there believe in sports curses? Famously, the curse of the Bambino. Yeah, the Red Sox back in the day traded away Babe Ruth for money for a play was the supposed excuse, and they didn't win for like 100 years. Chicago Cubs had a long curse of the Billy Goat, where some man in 1945 brought a Billy Goat to the stadium. They said, excuse me, you can't have a goat in the stadium. And the man apparently said something like, that's a bad idea. And they were cursed for a bajillion years. Dad joke was also bad. I apologize. I can't help myself. There's even one that comes from Japan. There was a baseball team in 1985, look it up, that threw a Colonel Sanders statue into the water, and somehow that caused a curse. There's also the curse of the Kardashians. Now, this one I do believe in. If you look at who dated the Kardashians and how their lives went afterwards, Lamar Odom, whoo, that one. Holy Lord, what else what good happened from Lamar after he married Khloe Kardashian and got divorced from her in 2015? Went on to addiction issues, overdosed, has never been the same since. Ben Simmons famously dated Kendall in 2020. He's never been the same since after all that debacle. He actually was a number 1 overall pick at one point. Now We're excited if he's practicing well enough, actually deciding he wants to play. He has anxiety, he has all sorts of other nonsense. Chris Humphries was once upon a time a decent, at least fringe starting basketball player. He goes and gets in Kim's vajayjay. Next thing you know, he would just went off the deep end. He was never the same. James Harden, he dated Chloe for a year in 2015. He went from an MVP to a sideshow, bearded, I sometimes show up, sometimes I don't, bounce from team to team type guy. So, I mean, between Lamar, between Ben, between Chris, between James, everyone that entered the realm of Kardashians were never the same. Is there something happening the same in New York and Los Angeles with the latest big star out there, Taylor Swift? The curse of Taylor Swift. Is it real? An ESPN article, in case you think I'm just being silly, an ESPN article has pointed out she has her Eras tour going on. I know some people that are a big fan of it and a big fan of her in general. Apparently, when her big tour has been going on, it stopped in Arizona March 17th, 18th, and then the Nuggets lost to the Suns in the semifinals. It stopped in Philadelphia May 12th through 14th, and that was during the same time Jason Tatum scores 51 in Game 7, and they upset Philadelphia after Philadelphia had the lead on them. It then stopped in Boston May 19th, and the Celtics did not win a game while she was in town. It was also in New York May 26th when they also were swept by the Sixers. They were the Eras Tour with Taylor Swift did go to Golden State July 28th through 29th during the time that they lost to the Los Angeles Lakers. And even the Lakers themselves, who were dispatched by the Nuggets, Taylor's tour then was there August 3rd through 5th and August 9th. So there is a lot of teams losing when Taylor Swift shows up. Show too much love for Taylor Swift as a city, and apparently the universe decides to punish your sports team. How does this tie in to the New York Jets, who have their own issues? Aaron Rodgers, already, they're supposed to be starting OTAs. He's supposed to be, as the new signee, trying to help this Jets team who's been, they barely missed the playoffs last year. They've had a hard time for a very long time, other than Joe Namath. Since then, they've struggled to really win the big one. He comes over here. His left tackles are hurt. Dwayne Brown, by the way, is missing practice with surgery. Their backup Becton is also missing because of surgery, but he's even, when he comes back, says, I want to play left tackle, even though Dwayne Brown played left tackle, so his blind side's already got issues. They're the only one of the teams in the AFC that missed the playoffs that is currently on the power index favorited to at least make the playoffs. They got Super Bowl expectations, and Aaron Rodgers has already missed all of OTAs, and Saleh, their coach, has already kicked out the minicamp for next week because there's just seeming need to be rest. So they're already dealing with bad luck. Is it because he's a Swiftie? Aaron Rodgers is a Swiftie. Is this the curse of Taylor Swift, a la the Billy Goat, a la the Bambino, a la, the Kardashians? Look at this was a concert recently, and they already had some bad luck to start out in New York. They already had some bad luck. Here's Aaron Rodgers at a Taylor Swift concert. Look at him, loving it, loving it, loving it. Got his hands up like he's in church. I mean, Taylor Swift speaks to Mr. Rogers here. She's definitely in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Look at this one more time. I mean, he is not just here with his girlfriend. This dude's jamming. He's a Swiftie. He's enjoying his life here. This is maybe more exciting than him winning the Super Bowl with the Packers. Reporters asked him later, are you a Swiftie? How strong is it? And he was not holding back in his love for the Tay-Tay.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Too many to count. Anything off of Folklore, probably. August, The One. Going way back, I would say New Year's. Was it New Year's Day or New Year's Eve?
New Year's Day.
That's a banger. Yeah, how do you pick this one? But if I pick one album, definitely Folklore.
I mean, first of all, LeBron, when you're asked about something you're supposed to know, like you did with The Godfather, remember, and you couldn't come up with an answer, that's an actual answer from an actual fan. He was able to name specific albums. He was able to name specific songs before he went into the, I don't know, there's just so much to choose from, I'll let you pick. At least he was able. I mean, he clearly, He clearly likes some Taylor Swift. And, I mean, says all that while he's in his Jets jersey, goes to the Taylor concert, and next thing you know, they're not doing so good. They're starting off bad. Ask Lamar, ask, Humphreys, ask James Harden, ask the Cubs, ask the Sox, ask the world what happens when you play with this fire and play with these curses. Taylor's been leaving NBA teams in her wake for a minute. Could be. LA Lakers fans, last thing on this, and I'll move on. Guess who has just been seen with Taylor Swift recently? Latest reports say out of Oklahoma. Maybe her tour's over there. I don't know why. Or Arkansas. Arkansas. That's where this one's from. Reports of Austin Reeves and Taylor Swift seen at a bar together. Dun, dun, dun. Taylor Swift and Austin. Now, I cannot get the actual pictures. No one can verify, but there are reports that after Taylor, who's on, whatever boyfriend she's on at this point, we'll see what song comes up. She had broke up with a guy she was with for 6 years, and then she's been dating this rebound guy for a month. She just broke up with him. Latest reports say she has been seen with Austin Reeves at a bar in Arkansas, and that they were very friendly, and that there's possibility an issue or maybe something going on here. LA Lakers. Are you cursed again?
Here we go again.
They were seen together, according to reports.
Damn, Daniel.
Very careful. Be very careful. That's all I'm going to say. Watch out for that Taylor. She'll get you. Ask the 97 boyfriend she dated as far as will she get you? Jesus Christ, that girl has a vindictive streak and will write a song about you and put all your business on the street. If it'll sell any albums for her, she will do it to you because she's just that one. Maybe cursed. Jets and Lakers, you might be cursed. We're already having fun, but you want to have some more here? This is just the way I like to end the shows, with fun videos, and we're just going to do that now.
You seen it? You seen it? Don't look at me. Don't look at me, little puppet.
Like I said, tomorrow,
Have you read about this?
Look, tomorrow I'll get more into the finals breakdown and get more into the serious mode, but I just needed to have a little bit of a kind of easygoing one today. As I've mentioned multiple times, please go to Tricky Guy Sports, search that on YouTube, like and subscribe there. If you listen on Spotify or any of our other channels, I do appreciate it, but I do like to show you a lot of things, and this is especially a moment when I like to specifically show you things. That's where this is most beneficial to you. Please go to our YouTube, search Tricky Guy Sports, and you will enjoy these videos with us. I've got some good ones. Been tired lately, been working a lot, and it gets to you. Even, young track stars. This was caught on his own Ring doorbell. I think his mom put him on his business on the street here. But kid apparently had a very long day, spent 12 hours at a track meet, just trying to come home, and this happened. Hey, Mom. You gonna make me some dinner? That'd be nice. Some dinner. Doink!
You okay?
What?
That was your head? Are you okay?
Yeah. One more time, I had to hear that. That smack was just perfectly just... These Ring doorbells catch everything now. Oh!
You okay?
One more time. Ow!
You okay?
I mean, he's a kid. He's they bounce back. He's probably fine. So I bet that hurt. What else do I have here? This is actually important. Do I need to go ahead and mention this? So there is the Stanley Cup Finals going on. I personally don't care. It's weird. It's like the Panthers and the Vegas Knights. And so, sorry, I've mentioned this before. I don't care. I don't know anything about hockey.
I don't care.
I do not care. I don't know hockey. So there was something cool, though. So an equipment manager basically saves a day here because this is during the Stanley Cup. So this is their big thing. This is Stanley Cup final. This is the biggest thing in hockey. And one of the Vegas Knights, the new Las Vegas expansion, who I believe got there before and are trying to win one this year, I believe have the lead in the series so far. One of their players, his stick gets broken in half during the game. And look at this, a hockey equipment manager, and they even have him named in the video, basically saves and adds a goal in the Stanley Cup because of his quick thinking, was able to get him his backup stick almost immediately. Check this out.
Puts it back out to Montour, and then Bennett.
J.W. Aiken.
Sends it back around. Onto the stick of
Stick's broke. Here he comes. He's already Johnny on the spot.
Stone with a hit on Forsley without the stick. Now he picks up a new one from the bench and joins the play with Stevenson. Here's Stone with that new stick.
Look at that. Look at that. Let's watch that one more time because it's important. I believe it's number 61 that is the one who breaks his stick, and he is important in this play that leads to an assist for another goal for Las Vegas.
Puts it back out to Montour, and then Bennett backhands one through the crease. Forsley sends it back around onto the stick.
Yeah, Forsley 61. His stick is now broke.
Stone, no stick.
So he decides to go hit somebody because hockey.
Without the stick, now he picks up a new one from the bench. And joins the play with Stevenson.
Yeah, he's right here. So he has the assist. Forsley gets the assist. Thanks to J.W. Aiken's quick thinking, their equipment manager just saved their rear end. How about that? That's being in the game, man. That's being ready. Saving the day.
I saved the day. Seems like they got a problem with heroes around here or something. I saved the day, Betty.
Got no problem with that. I think that's actually pretty damn cool. What else do I have? This is fun. So also during the Stanley Cup, you have rowdy fans because hockey fans are a little bit crazy and they drink a lot of beer and they get rowdy. So a news reporter has gone viral. This lady's gone viral because she shoved away a fan who was trying to jump in. You know, anytime they're doing a news report, there has to be some asswipe being like, number one, I like to say, we're number one, and we're going to win it all. You know, that type of crap. So she immediately catches it a la J.W. Aiken's quick thinking. I don't know if they all had like that alpha brain, whatever the Rogan podcast sponsors, but or they were just on cocaine. I don't know what they were, but they were quick thinking out there. So this lady's trying to do her news report and was able to catch this idiot trying to come in too soon or at all. Samantha Rivera. Good, quick thinking. Quick thinking. One more time, you can see the fan. I mean, doesn't even get his face in. Nope, ain't happening. Not happening today. No, sir. No, sir. Now, she was good. I found better. In this podcast, we try to bring you the best of the best of the best when we can. Samantha was good. I don't know this other lady's name, but this was during the Super Bowl, and the 49ers, Saints is, if I'm not mistaken, Super Bowl time. Or it's 49ers and Ravens, right? It was 49ers Ravens at the time, but it was held in New Orleans. And this lady's doing a news report. It's late at night. It's New Orleans. New Orleans is flat-ass crazy. For those of you, I had someone I know personally, never had gone to New Orleans, trying to explain it's just like Vegas and maybe dirtier and crazier. I love New Orleans, but it's bananas. They go ham all flipping night till 5, 6 in the morning on bourbon. They are getting down. So some poor news reporter, everyone loves to, recently they're putting out Samantha's video of blocking out the hockey fan. That was cute. That was cool. But there's better ways. There's smarter ways to get the fan that thinks it's cute to jump in during your news report. This one out of New Orleans, much better. This is how you stop someone from ever trying this nonsense again. So one more time, Super Bowl, New Orleans, it's late. The reporter's had enough. She's been dealing with ding-dongs all day long. Some idiot tries to jump in her news report, and rather than push, rather than fight, she got smart with it. This is how you handle it.
Out here because basically what is left is the people walking around with this glazed look in their eyes and just stumbling. Like this one behind me. Hi, yes. How are you doing?
California.
Oh, very nice to meet you. You know,
49ers.
You're gonna do an interview with us?
Sure.
Okay, because we were just talking about here along Bourbon Street and the STD rate that's been going on here. And so, how long have you had an STD?
I don't have an STD.
Oh, then why did you want to talk?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Are you serious?
Nothing to be ashamed of.
No, I don't have an STD. That's so
okay,
disrespectful.
yes. Anyway, so I've been taking care of that in my own little way.
49ers.
So you can see what I've been having to deal with out here, and so far.
Well done.
That and the smell. I told told you that, guys, that we did have...
Well done. And I love how that idiot loves to somehow think that she has the right to be offended. Did anyone ask you to come in and go, 49ers, I'm from California, 40... No. Asswipe. You got exactly what you deserved. I love it. I got to see it one more time. Her face when she realizes that this was not the one. This was not Samantha who was just going to shove you. Oh, you want to be on camera? Yeah, you done messed up there, hotshot. Let's go ahead and ask you a couple questions.
Which is the people walking around with this glazed look in their eyes and just stumbling. Like this one behind me. Hi, yes. How are you doing?
California.
Oh, very nice to meet you. You know,
49ers.
you're gonna do an interview with us?
Sure.
Okay, because we were just talking about here along Bourbon Street and the STD rate that's been going on here. And so, how long have you had an STD?
I don't have an STD.
Oh, then why did you want to talk?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
so
I
sorry.
can't believe you would do that. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
Well done. Well done. I hope she got in no trouble for that. Chances are she probably did, but, you know, good stuff.
You're fired.
I hope she wasn't. What else do I have here that's fun and interesting and a good way to end things? Oh. Okay. I'm going to end on this one. I'm going to end on this one and call today. I'm looking at the clock, looking at the time. I got one more to bring you. Thank God. JJ Redick, you are just like J.W. Aiken. You saved the day.
I saved the day. Seems like they got a problem with heroes around here or something. I saved the day, Betty.
I had spoken about this weeks ago, and other people have brought it up. For months, weeks, I don't even know how long, Kendrick Perkins of ESPN is the epitome, and I say the epitome, even though I don't know if Kendrick can spell epitome by the times I hear him talk, has to be one of the worst, most overrated, just awful analysts I've ever seen in the history of anydom on any sports show ever in the history of ever.
I never learned to read.
He is awful at his job. Flat ass awful. I do not hold anything back when I say that. He is opinionated. He's kind of funny, but he has no actual analytical backup to anything that he says. It's all just heart and emotion, usually just cheers for the guy that he used to play with. He's just loud, over the top, obnoxious. He is everything that is why you can't just hire someone who used to play a sport and think that they're going to be good at talking about the sport. Those are two completely different things. Just because you played something doesn't mean that you can break it down. Just because you were good at the sport also doesn't mean you can coach, as Magic and others have found out along the way. Just because you played something doesn't mean that you can explain it or even be able to break it down in any sort of way that deserves viewership or television time. But of all the things he does the worst of, he just, during the live broadcast, he will just, you can hear him loudly, and it's been distracting, and it's been an issue. So JJ Redick, who is one of the better analysts currently on television, I don't always agree with what he has to say, but he very well informed, backed up, explains it, always has a way of explaining even some of the more difficult analytical numbers that he brings out. He can put it in a way that makes sense to the casual fan. He is very good at his job. He is very professional. Kendrick is not. And Kendrick was doing his thing where during a live broadcast, as we're trying to listen, all you can hear is him in the background. JJ had enough. Someone finally called him out publicly. I love you for this, JJ Redick.
The Nuggets have played at times. Perk, is that you moaning in my ear over and over again?
Yeah, I know. I was getting ready to ask you. You sound like you got sleep apnea, Perk.
Okay?
Was you all right?
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's me. It's
Okay.
not, it's not
Are you
moaning.
intentionally?
It's
Are you
not
intentionally
moaning.
trying
It's
to?
being disgusted.
Oh
yes,
my
I am.
God! It's a gross
intentional.
noise, man. It's a gross noise.
Keep going. That's all right.
I'm
Well,
just
keep-
saying that's
keep
very
going. That's
disrespectful. You don't have to sound like you got sleep apnea on live television. You could disguise it a little
that's
bit.
fine.
I mean, that's very
That's fine.
disrespectful.
That's fine.
That's very disrespectful.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, look, I came on here already knowing. I already knew that the peanut gallery was gonna be against Big Perk anyway. I came on here ready for the smoke. So that's fine. You and JJ could team up. I'm ready. I'm sitting right here. I'm not going nowhere. I came into this world one deep, and I'm gonna come on first.
All right, well then let him finish. Just let him finish that.
All you had to say was my bad that I'm making weird noises on live television and it's distracting. Not this whole, I came out with one and shut up.
I never learned to read.
And I love that Stephen A., by the way, jumped in. He's been doing this to Stephen A. for weeks now. I played an old video from before when he has been doing this. This is not his first rodeo with during other people trying to speak, and he's not doing it out of disgust. He has, like, again, sleep apnea. I don't know if it's a weight thing. I don't know what's going on with this guy here, but it's constantly just
telling me to lose weight. Oh, I'm a hot case, he says.
It sounds like a pig in heat. I just thank you, JJ. I got to hear that one more time, just the beginning.
The Nuggets have played at times.
Do you hear it? Do you hear it at the beginning? Though he's been doing this forever.
The Nuggets have played at times.
You hear that? You hear that? One more time, then I'll let JJ talk.
The Nuggets have played at times. Perk, is that you moaning in my ear over and over again?
Yeah, I know. I was getting ready to ask you. You sound like you got sleep apnea, Perk.
Okay?
What, you all right?
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's me. It's
okay.
It's not.
Are you
moaning.
intentionally?
It's
Are you
not
intentionally
moaning.
trying
It's
to?
being disgusted.
No, it's being disgusting because apparently your weight issue or some sort of breathing issue, something you need to look at, is causing major distractions, and it finally took someone with the balls to say it. Thank you for saying it.
Cry me a river, you fat baby. You disgust me.
All right. His behavior disgusted me. John Morant's behavior disgusted me. LeBron's behavior has disgusted me. Kyrie's behavior has disgusted me. Denver's Game 2 performance didn't really disgust me, but I'm sure it disgusted them. So we will discuss what they do about it after tonight and when I come back tomorrow to discuss it all. And if you're disgusted by all this, you can discuss it amongst yourselves because I don't really give a damn. But I am done today. So I'll see you next time.